Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm highly favored and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support you've been constantly giving me. Is truly appreciating. And I just appreciate it. Even when I haven't been doing any videos lately, y'all been sending so much love and appreciation towards me. And hey, it's reciprocated. I'm going to go ahead and throw it right back at you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been, watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. So also, I think I just did that twice. Y'all, please forgive me. It's been almost like a week that I've done my videos. But if you feel like the videos are insightful, give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or a fellow empath that may be going through some things at the time and need, a uplift, or, they have questions about their spiritual, their spiritual journey or confirmation or validation through all that, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Yeah, I messed up my intro. Shoot. It's been a week for me. So anyways, the music that I'm playing in the background, I'm using the same one for every video, so I'm not gonna be fidgeting back and forth with that. It's coming from the channel Jason Stevenson, and the meditation is called 888 Hertz Abundance Gate. Release toxic energy meditation, 888 Hertz, infinite abundance, love, and wealth. Who would not want that type of vibration coming towards them? So the video is about Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you placed a new meaning of what truly defines you. For a while, I've done things, and I'll say it's just like, if you've been with me for a while, heard me say this, every once in a minute. Every once in a minute. Yeah, every once in a minute. That it was just like what brought me here, the things that I was really struggling with, allowing myself to heal from. And, been going through so much and being able to face all the things that was like very hard for me to understand, very hard for me to detach, but it's like when you're allowing yourself to present yourself, on your journey, are you allowing yourself to be defined from the pain that brought you to your enlightenment, to your awakening, to be able to know that part of yourself that was laying dormant? Or you're allowing yourself to be defined by transcending, allowing yourself to be defined from that passion of inner peace that you're trying to press out to the outer frequency. You're putting a new view on how you see things, even when they're not going as you plan, and it still was a learning experience. You'll notice how you articulate when you're speaking to other people, or you're speaking towards yourself, or you're speaking out to the universe. And when you're allowing yourself to do that, it'll make you not even feel on the same universe, even when you're not exactly being placed where you've been hoping to be at. That mind is preparing you, that you're becoming into that strong alignment of where you really deserve to be. And it's just like a lot of times when we're going through that healing, you, like I always tell people, anytime I talk to them on a one-on-one, or y'all drop comments to me or emails or text messages, we're going through a huge transition. And you don't even realize that we all went through a big level up, even though we may be, in that same surrounding, that frequency is not, and you have to be able to step back and see that, because it's just like, I love when I can be able to interact with y'all, either here or when I do a one-on-one. And it's just that vibe can be very different. It can come from a very peaceful place, and it allows you to really see everything, allowing yourself to see how far you came, allowing yourself to have that joy of emotional gratitude on what it took so long for you to have to allow yourself to break away from. Because a lot of times when we have been living through painful experience all the time, we tend to mold ourselves, project as that of what has taken place in our life, not about what we have achieved, what we have healed from, where we're trying to place ourselves from. Because that's why they always say be careful how you push out stuff towards the universe, how you talk about yourself, how you place judgment on other people. You working on that, and in an everyday basis, it'll start becoming of the norm. Because a lot of times, if you really allow yourself to look, we were basically projecting through the pain we were invested in, from our mishaps and what was constantly going on, when that was supposed to be an illusion for you to, you know, uh, disconnect. And then when you're allowing yourself to see everything that's going on, it's like that gratitude of really where I'm in the mindset. If I said, okay, when you can ask yourself this, and an honest reply, how do you see yourself as from the person that first started your spiritual awakening to the place of peace that you're coming from now? Allowing myself to know I honor myself. I allow myself, if I'm gonna commit to saying I'm gonna do something, I want to be able to don't break no commitments off to myself. Not allowing fear to step into that transition of where I'm being guided to. Not making excuses up, even when I don't fully understand it. Just allowing myself to be grateful, because it's allowing me to move forward. Allowing me to know, even though I may not know what's going on, I know I'm protected. There's something that's very important when they want me to push towards that way. Allowing myself to see, even when experience of tests comes up, just to see if I respond. A lot of times I don't even allow myself to respond, because it's like, why? If you especially if from it comes from a toxic vibration, or you're not allowing yourself to break down, this is the reason why I did this is the reason why I'm doing that. You don't have to allow yourself to go into detail, about certain things. It's just like today, for example, I had to hit a couple of people up, and there's some people I still haven't, got a chance to do that yet, because I was trying to get all the stuff out of the way and then go back, let them know, hey, I wasn't ignoring you over the weekend. It's just got really crazy for me, and the universe is telling me to step back and honor myself. I'm going to do just that. I don't have to go explaining myself to people. It's okay for you not to answer that phone if you don't feel like talking. It's okay for you not to quickly respond to a text message. It's just like, if you can't get to the phone right now, it's like, look, I got caught up in some stuff. It got crazy. I wasn't trying to ignore. I just had to go take care of some stuff. And you allow yourself to really, when you get to that point, and when you're sitting within yourself, and just, you're at a peaceful point in your life right now. And it's like when you're at that moment of peace, in a way it's kind of nervous because it's kind of quiet, or, it gets you in your emotions, because you see what is taking place in your life. Instead of you allowing what brought you here, you're allowing yourself to identify where you're going. You're just allowing yourself to know, hey, I'm maintaining on, going through that fluctuation of change. Sometimes it may be intense, and sometimes it may be light, but I'm just allowing myself to flow with that. Knowing, even if I might want something and I'm working hard to manifest that, and I'm not exactly getting that, I used to get mad when I don't get what I wanted. But now it's just like, when I say, hey, if you're just not getting that, it's okay. Because usually when universe is not giving you what you want, they're going to prepare you for what you need. And usually what you need is way more better than what you were actually wanting in the first place, because they see all the transitions that we had to go through. They seen all the battles that we constantly faced. We especially when we placed ourselves in a battle when it wasn't even no fight in the first place. We're fighting off the new. You're allowing yourself to face the enemy that you have became so equipped with and so consumed with for so long, that it felt weird when it was no longer there. That was like our ace boon coon, is that we got really comfortable with our tragedies. We got really comfortable with the abuses we went through. We got comfortable with our failures and setbacks. When universe is like, don't allow yourself to be mad at yourself because you didn't go through the right direction you were supposed to that time. They want you to be able to allow yourself to see where that mess up was. Don't condemn yourself for that, but allowing yourself to honor yourself by learning from that situation. So if this situations occur again, you know exactly what to do. And a lot of times we get, I told a soul family that today, and I've said it before. A lot of times we can get in our vibes when we're at that place, or maybe there'll be times where you're just dealing with a lot of stuff and just say, if I can go back in time, I wouldn't have met this person. I would have went this way. I wouldn't have talked to that person. I wouldn't even said this. You can't do that because you're erasing all the wisdom that you had from what took you to where you are right now. There'll be days that I can go outside and I'll cry tears of joy because I see what things that used to really hurt me that leave me like that. I'm just like, why did I deserve this? Why did I have to go through this? It's just, why am I the only one who's being hurt? Nobody's not caring. Nobody is not doing anything about it. It just seems like the enemy is that confusion is overshadowing my truth. The image of illusion that they want to have is overshadowing that, when it wasn't the case. It was the fact that I had to allow myself to know, to come into alignment, what I know I deserve, what I feel like I'm worthy of, not allowing myself to worry about what other people do, just stay focused on me. And it's just like, you have to be able to allow yourself. We're all going through that transition. We're all feeling a lot of spaces where universe is trying to guide us to where they want us to be. And that we had to take a lot of sacrifices. We had to be able to take a lot of disconnect. We had to be able to cut cords, being able to forgive the enemies of the things that they did that was very unforgivable, and it's just, when you can see that, you know, a lot of times we don't realize, and like, I'm not coming from a religious perspective, it's just all about my truth. I'll tell people real quick, I'm not religious, but I'm heavy on my spirituality. I allow myself to know there is a God out here, but there's also a devil. There's good and there's bad. Everything has a balance to it. But a lot of times, and I can even vouch for myself, I've been in certain situations that has ripped me to the core and said there is no daggone God that would allow something like this to take place in my life. I'm supposed to be a child of God, but I had to be in a situation where I can allow myself. That's the way the devil wanted me to be able to see that. Okay, that wasn't a godly reflection. This was what the devil, the ego, the wound wanted me to reflect that at. And it's just like, for you to be a child of God, he will place you in situations, okay, and project your example of those situations to be able to prove there is a God. There's something good out of this. Even when you have been placed on the line of pure chaos, disasters, all kind of doom from the womb, just to be able to allow yourself to face everything that ripped you apart, everything that has, tried to just like take you out the game, to transfer you, to be able to say, just because these things happen doesn't mean I got to define what that doesn't mean. I have to allow myself to label myself of what has taken place, but actually being able to know that spotlight is being shown on me. Just like, your life don't have to be the way somebody in their insecurities or their issues that they had, that was their situation, they loaded this off on you, doesn't mean that my life has to stay this way. It was a person that went through this hell and created their own heaven. You allowed yourself to get out of destruction and you formed your own peace. And that's what God will reflect as, like, see, my child went through all these different things in life, went through hurt, went through confusion, went through despair, anger, whatever it was, and they allowed me to guide them. They took their mind off of that catastrophe, but allowed them to just focus on what I was using them for. We don't know. A lot of times it's hard for us to be able to see that God's using us for that battle. And when you're allowing yourself to go with the flow, allowing yourself to come in alignment with the divine, which we already are, you just have to be able to be in that accepting vibe for allowing yourself to say, you know what, I'm coming from that place of transference, knowing I'm the collective, knowing I'm a part of the divine. There's no universe within whatever. That universe has always been with me. I'm in line with that. Allowing yourself to be able to know this is what you deserve, this is what you're worthy of. And then when you're allowing yourself to place standards, not just settling, you're honoring yourself. You're not just opening yourself up to anything, because when you open yourself up to anything can happen. But you're allowing yourself to be selective about what you truly select. Being able to understand, I can make my chance of a choice what I choose to do. And it's all about how I see myself as. I see myself as a person that is trying to allow myself to keep learning more, still being open more, being able to be, getting knowledge from every single thing, every connection I have, and being able to see, even if it must have been a hectic situation, because I was placed in that today. And and it was certain things that is taking place, and I really wanted to say my piece, but it was just like, that's not even your place anymore. Even though you knew it was wrong, don't have to prove you're right. Allow that situation to take place and leave it alone. And I was like, touche. Let me put myself back, because I'm about to rip somebody a new one. And it was just like, but why are you allowing yourself to go there? You're not on that vibration anymore. Don't allow somebody to, just because you want to say, I'm not going to be disrespected, or my kids ain't going to be disrespected, something like that. Let us handle that, and just leave it at that. And I understand, you're right. Because old Roslynn almost skidded out real quick. It was like that. But then I allowed myself to, come back. There are certain things that will take you out of that element. But it's your choice. Are you going to allow yourself to do that? Because a lot of things, just because it's being presented to you, doesn't mean that you have to acknowledge it. You can see it there, but okay, I observed. I'm out observing. Okay, bye. You have to be able to choose that. When you see yourself, you have to make sure you're coming from a place that is nurturing. Because it's like, how you see the world is how you define yourself. What are you allowing yourself to see from? Are you allowing yourself to be projected towards love, light, and compassion and understanding? Or you're allowing yourself to come from wound, pain, and egotistical vibrations? It's a big difference. When you can be confident in yourself, sometimes when you're being confident in yourself, some people will see that as arrogance. A lot of people I've heard, they're not Heyokas. It's like, y'all are very arrogant. No, it's not. It's just, we've been through an awful lot. We all have been through a lot. But it's like, the way we went through it is on a whole nother level. You allow yourself to see things from so many different directions, not for what others want you to be misunderstood for on their own line of, perception. Because a lot of times we feel like we need to explain ourselves to people to get an understanding. No, if it's not meant for them and they don't understand just from the words you presented, it wasn't meant. It wasn't meant. But I hope this helps you. I want to give a post notification shout out. I'm leaving my sister from another Mr. Michelle J. She has started her new channel, and I would love for y'all to go ahead and stop by. She's a Heyoka. She's speaking on, her views of experience to be able to, enlighten people like she's been enlightened. Hey, it's good to be able to know there's more people out here is sharing their truth. So if you can, I'm placing her link in the description box, and please go ahead and say, hey, it's just very good to be able to know you're standing in your truth. You're allowing yourself to honor your purpose and follow by that. Honor yourself. Go for more than what you allowing yourself to deserve, because it's truly out there. I'm gonna give a post notification shout out to Nicole Yarbrough, David Duran, JL, Deep Thoughts Here and Now, and Ethan Means. Much love to you, and Jesse Lee. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love to be able to hear from you. Share, tell somebody about the channel, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Much love. Peace.